Breaking on 4 News Now, Spokane City Council passes an emergency ordinance aimed at cleaning up city streets. We'll show you how it gives police new power to enforce the city's camping ban.
Bundle up for the coldest morning of the season so far. Plus, I'm tracking some scary developments in your Halloween trick-or-treat First Alert forecast.
And from the courtroom to the basketball court, the judge rules Gonzaga's star transfer can play this season, but the legal battle may not be over yet. We'll show you what's next for the Zags standout. You're watching the 4 News Now Special Edition. And we begin with some breaking news. Spokane City Council believes it has real solutions to the city's camping crisis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Tonight, City Council passed a new ordinance banning camping citywide. In many ways, it is stricter than the voter-backed Proposition 1. Hunter Bertram explains why Council says this will create real change.
Council members call it the Safe and Accessible Public Spaces Ordinance. It bans camping and obstruction on all public property, including right-of-ways, plus entrances and exits to private businesses. They believe having these clear definitions and stricter penalties will create real change across Spokane.
And a major part of this ordinance, it allows cops to decide what they want to do when they find someone breaking city rules, whether that be referring them to resources or citing them.
This clarifies that any violation can be cited by an officer, but also encourages an officer to refer an individual to services to navigation.
The ordinance goes much further than the camping ban the city passed in June. Back then, people could avoid trouble by simply moving to a different location or agreeing to go to treatment services. This ordinance doesn't allow that option anymore to just move.
Some of the things that I needed to see to be supportive of the ordinance was clear enforcement language for officers to make it as easy as possible to understand when they can and should be enforcing, and I think this ordinance does that.
At the Council's Public Safety and Community Health Committee meeting this afternoon, the ordinance gained bipartisan support. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram for News Now.
Well, right now, the Gonzaga men's basketball team just finished taking on Western Oregon in the Kennel in their second exhibition game of the season. Now, a few hours before taking to the hardwood, Coach Mark Few and some of the players were in a Spokane County courtroom.
They were there to support star transfer Tyon Grant Foster as he battled for eligibility. Derek Strom was also in the courtroom when Grant Foster found out he will be able to play this season.
Tyon Grant Foster's hearing lasted 2.5 hours and included arguments from his legal team and the NCAA. But after all of that, Judge Marla Poland granted the preliminary injunction that will allow Grant Foster to play this season for the Zags. Grant Foster was emotional once he heard Judge Poland's ruling that will allow him to suit up for Gonzaga this season. Grant Foster has expressed his frustrations with the process of getting to this hearing, and his legal team says it's been a difficult battle for him.
I don't know how many blows you have to take to get to the end, but he took them, and he'll be on the court tonight playing, and hopefully he's going to do a great job for Gonzaga this year.
Originally, the NCAA said Grant Foster used up his 4 years of eligibility. He spent 2 years in junior college, then transferred to Kansas and played 1 year in 2020-2021. Then he transferred to DePaul, but missed nearly all of the next 2 seasons because of a heart condition. He then played 2 years at Grand Canyon University, believing he still had 1 more year of eligibility to play at Gonzaga this year. Grant Foster's lawyers argued against one of those junior college seasons, counting against his eligibility.
But the NCAA can come up with rules to address that don't discriminate against people's choice of college, that don't shorten your 4-year college experience by 2 years because you needed some time to get ready.
Even though Grant Foster was granted a preliminary injunction against the NCAA, his legal battle may not be over. His legal team says the NCAA can still appeal the decision.
And our hope and belief is that this injunction today should protect his ability to be in college, to be on the court throughout the season. We're hopeful about that. We hope the NCAA will respect the ruling that was issued today.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, speaking of Gonzaga, within the last few minutes, the Zags exhibition game against Western Oregon is final.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance by the Zags, as you would expect. Let's send it over to Mia Green now with a recap of tonight's game.
Well, a huge night tonight as the Zags had their second exhibition game. As you guys just said, it did wrap up. And the big story on the night, Tyon Grant Foster has been declared eligibility, so he was playing in that game. Gonzaga with their second exhibition game. Spike was fired up. All the fans were too. And to say the energy in the kennel was electric is definitely an understatement. Tyon Grantfaster back, and look at this assist to Graham EK, and the fans couldn't have been more ecstatic. Mark Few and all his teammates in full support. You can see them handshaking over here during the game, and Braden Huff was on fire with multiple baskets early in that one. Graham EK brought all the heat too. The Zags ended up dominating for a final score of 111-53, and that was more than double of the Wolf score. And well, Monday Night Football also just wrapped up. The Chiefs beat the Commanders for a final score of 28-7. We've got the play of the game for you. Well, who other than Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? Mahomes out of the pocket looking for Kelsey in the end zone, and he's open, lands right in his hands for the touchdown. The Chiefs extended their lead on that one, and that was Kelsey's 100th career receiving touchdown. And that'll wrap it up for sports right now. Kirsten and Derek, back to you at the desk.
All right, Mia, thank you. We saw some rain and even some grapple in parts of our area today.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now to see if we have any more of that on the way.
Well, we are going to get a break from that, but I do want to show you this amazing time lapse today over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena of the showers and a few embedded thunderstorms that were passing by to the south. We saw a little bit of grapple here at the station, but other than that, we mostly stayed dry. Beautiful autumn colors there at the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Right now on our satellite and radar, the very last of a few sprinkles moving out of southern Spokane and Kootenai counties. We will be dry overnight and clearing. Take a look at our temperatures. It is already 33 degrees in Pullman, 38 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Colville. We're headed down to the coldest night of the season so far, down into the 20s. We have not been in the 20s officially in Spokane. 27 in Pullman, 26 in St. Mary's, 19 degrees overnight in Colville, right around the Spokane area, 25 in Meade and 24 in Spirit Lake. We'll stay right at 30 in Post Falls and Liberty Lake, but a freeze for everyone. And in your Tuesday planner, we do warm up fairly quickly to average temperatures. 52, 51 is our average high. Not a bright sunshiny day, especially in the afternoon. The clouds will be increasing, and that's our next round of rain on the way. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, see you soon, Chris. Thank you. A new lawsuit accuses Spokane County of allowing decades of sexual abuse inside its juvenile detention center. 15 people filed the lawsuit, claiming guards abused boys and girls from the 1980s through 2010, with allegations ranging from flirting to rape. The lawsuit says some staff members knew about the abuse but did nothing to stop it. It also claims Spokane County didn't install security cameras in the facility until 2020. The county has not yet responded to the lawsuit.
With only 8 days until Election Day, a formal complaint has been filed against one of the candidates for Spokane City Council. Elaine Rosado and 2 other voters have challenged the eligibility of Alejandro Barrientos to run for the city's 2nd district position. The complaint accuses Barrientos of not living in the district long enough to run. The city charter requires candidates to live in their district for 1 year before filing to run. Barrientos filed in May of this year, meaning he needed to live in the district too, starting in May of 2024. Last week, Range Media obtained divorce documents that show Barrientos and his wife lived in separate homes during that period. Barrientos responding to the allegations, saying, "I'm a resident of District 2 and I look forward to representing my neighbors on the city council." So what does this mean for the election?
Yeah, according to the elections office, if he is found ineligible before November 4th, the court can tell the election office not to tabulate the votes for him. If it's after Election Day, the court will tell election officials not to certify Barrientos if he wins. But if he is found to be eligible, then everything can proceed normally. This is still a developing story. We will update you as we learn more. And listen up, voters. Anyone who plans to submit their ballots through the mail might want to get them in by tomorrow because of some changes to the USPS pickup schedule. If not, you have until 8 p.m. on Election Day to drop off your ballot in a drop box.
All right, still ahead, neighbors say they've been left in the dark about a new tiny home project in Spokane's West Hills, why they're accusing the organization behind it of misleading the community.
We don't know if we're going to eat or nothing else next week.
We'll show you how the government shutdown is putting more families at risk of going hungry and the local food banks fighting to keep their shelves stocked. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest. 4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Don't slide into winter.
Plan ahead and save with Perfection Tire's preseason pricing and Cooper rebates. Superior tire brands with unmatched performance and reliable warranties.
The best for less. Nobody beats perfection.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Looking for new appliances? Come visit our Spokane Valley Fred's Appliance Showroom. Over 17,000 square feet to shop for top brands like GE, Bosch, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and so much more. Conveniently located right off I-90, just west of the Valley Mall. With the largest in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region and the lowest price guarantee, Fred's is the most convenient choice for your next appliance. Family owned since 1962, we're your local appliance expert. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
It's time for 4 News Now. Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Your locally owned Papa Murphy's is proud to be part of Coats for Kids this year.
Now through the end of October, bring in a coat donation to any Eastern Washington or North Idaho Papa Murphy's location.
And receive a $4 off coupon good for any large or family-sized pizza.
At Curated Spaces by Skeltons, we believe every room deserves thoughtful design. From flooring and finishes to colors and layouts, our team helps you create spaces that look beautiful and function for real life. Whether you're updating one room or designing your forever home, we deliver solutions that match your style, your vision, and your budget. Curated Spaces by Skeltons, your design solution for every room. Skeltons Carpet One, Southgate Plaza in Lewiston.
Don't get left out in the cold.
Beat the crowds and save with Perfection Tire's preseason pricing. Plus, get expert winter service with our certified technicians to keep your car running smoothly all season long.
Nobody beats perfection.
All right, here's a live look at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., where lawmakers still have not come up with an agreement to reopen the government. Democrats insist on extending affordable health care tax credits and restoring Republican cuts to Medicaid. That's something Republicans are not willing to negotiate until the government is back open.
And if the government is not reopened, funding for federal food assistance will run out by Saturday. Right now, 42 million Americans are enrolled in the program known as SNAP. That's more than 12% of the U.S. population.
There's no reason why the strongest country in the world, as we claim, is letting their people starve.
The USDA, which oversees SNAP, appeared willing to use emergency funds as a short-term solution, but then backtracked, saying such move would have to go through Congress. Many people are now looking for help to put food on their tables.
And local food banks tell us they are struggling to get by. Mary Sheridan explains why some of them say the shutdown has led to surprise expenses and delays.
And food banks all over our region are expected to see an increased demand as this week goes on. Directors say empty shelves are a real possibility.
We have ran out of food before, and I'm afraid that's going to happen again.
And this time, the community need may be greater.
Families are now reporting that they're not going to be receiving any SNAP benefits for November.
Families who were just barely getting by before will lose yet another support system. The uncertainty can be hard to take.
We don't know if we're going to eat or nothing else next week. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you going to do?
The shutdown is also impacting food banks' ability to apply for and receive grants. That's the case for the Greenhouse Food Bank in Deer Park. The food bank moved into their new building last year, expecting a grant to cover the cost to purchase the property. But the government shutdown is throwing a wrench in that plan, too.
We have not seen the money yet because of all the things that are going on in Washington, D.C.
So the food bank is dealing with expensive rent payments on top of serving families in need. Luckily, they're expecting to receive a large donation from a local LDS church tomorrow. They just don't know how long it will last.
We just make do with what we have. And I think the community will start to come around.
For 4 News Now, I'm Mary Sheridan.
When we talk about mental health in schools, we're not just talking about feeling stressed about a test.
Yeah, Spokane schools are offering therapy and treatment for students right on campus. According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, 1 in 6 kids needs care, but only about half have access. Conditions can range from ADHD and anxiety to depression or substance abuse. Schools are becoming the front line of treatment.
When you talk about mental health, you might be thinking mental wellness. And I might be thinking mental illness, but it's mental well-being. So we try to say, what are the needs?
We'll show you how schools and doctors are working together to get students help and where a new school-based health center is opening in my special report this Wednesday on 4 News Now at 6.
It was chilly today, a high of only 47 degrees after a morning low of 33. Actually, both temperatures fairly close to average. Our sunset these days, 5:40, but not for long. Daylight saving time ends this weekend. I'll be back with your forecast.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
You know, the Headless Horseman and I used to be inseparable. Haunting the countryside, spooking the townsfolk. Man, we were legendary. But then you heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Heads Will Roll giveaway. I know. And now he's off using his Camus card to rack up entries for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize. I mean, the dude won't even text me back now. Then again, ghosting is kind of his thing.
Born and raised in Spokane, Zach Sapone is a teacher who understands our challenges to get ahead. Zach goes above and beyond, standing up for working and middle-class families like his own. On council, he's delivered results, making housing more affordable, improving streets and transit, and creating safe, vibrant neighborhoods. Zach knows there's more to be done. That's why he's pushing forward on homelessness, housing, and public safety.
I'm Zach Sapone. I'm asking for your vote so we can keep fighting for everyone to have a fair shot.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cottages of Spokane, specializing in memory care.
The controversy continues over the tiny home village coming to Spokane's West Hills.
Today, city officials received a letter from neighbors claiming the process to get this project up and running has not been transparent or truthful. Once complete, the 30 tiny homes will be in the West Hills just off of Sunset Boulevard and Government Way. Today, Madeline Mullins looked into why neighbors say the city needs to abandon this project.
Ever since this project has been announced, neighbors tell me they feel the organization behind the tiny homes, the Watersmeet Foundation, has not been transparent with them.
We feel lied to. We feel like our voices are not heard.
In a 23-page letter that was sent to city staff, one neighbor claims the project has been compromised and that the city needs to abandon it. The letter says Watersmeet was misleading when answering an environmental impact checklist by not sharing who would live there.
They did not disclose at all that these were going to be homeless individuals, particularly suffering from opioid use disorder.
The letter also says that the property is not zoned correctly for this project. Many living here say they're concerned with the number of homeless services already congregated in this area and the number that are expected to be built here in the future.
Because we are already housing 174 individuals in transitional housing between the Catalyst project, between Ascenda House, and between what's called Sunset Haven, we believe we're probably at capacity now for transitional housing.
Watersmeet shared in a statement that it is working with city staff to comply with all relevant laws and regulations in the development of this additional bridge housing option for Spokane. Watersmeet conducts regular community meetings to gather community feedback that are open for anyone to attend. The city says review of the application is ongoing, and the process has been and continues to be open and transparent. While we understand that not everyone will agree with every project or decision, we believe it's important to focus on the substantive elements of the process, noting nothing has been finalized and they're still taking public comment. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us. I was telling Kirsten earlier that early this morning in the South Hill, I swear I saw some scattered snowflakes. My temperature of my car was reading like 33 degrees. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. And that's what I thought when it was grappling at first. I'm like, is that a little bit of snow? But then they bounced a little bit. Snowflakes don't really bounce. So I knew it was gravel. It is chilly right now. We are in the 30s in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and we're headed down into the 20s. However, the last of those showers are tapering off. 4 things to know about your forecast. It is going to be cold tonight. We'll stay dry until Tuesday night. And Tuesday night is actually very early Wednesday morning. It will be after midnight before our next round of rain arrives. Looks like we have a pretty good chance of rain for trick or treat. However, that's still several days away, and the timing on the precipitation could change. So check back, but might want to weatherproof your costume just in case. And then we do fall back this weekend. Daylight saving time ends. It is early. A lot has developed on our precipitation outlook or front. Let's take a look at this is month by month Spokane rain totals for 2025. Before this month, we only had 1 month of above average precipitation. That was back in February, where we had just over 2 inches. As of today, with the weekend's rain, we have just over 2 inches in the month of October. With a couple more systems to come through, we could beat February. That is unusual that October would be one of our rainiest months, and what a difference from the past several months where our precipitation was so far below average. Our forecast radar, I'm going to start this off 24 hours from now. This is 8 o'clock Tuesday. A sprinkle or two overnight, and then we really bring in that chance of rain early Wednesday morning. Here's 4 a.m. Mountain snow. We will begin drying out as early as 8 in the morning, so it'll be gone by a lot of the time a lot of kids are heading to the bus stop, and then we clear out and stay dry through the rest of the day Wednesday and the rest of the day on Thursday. Here's what's going on. Warm front coming through tomorrow is going to bring our temperatures back up into the 50s. And then that cold front comes through, giving us a quick hit of precipitation. High pressure builds back in for the rest of the day, Wednesday and Thursday. And then I have another front coming through on Friday. Right now, looks like we'll start to have some precipitation by trick-or-treat time. Here's 6 o'clock on Friday, and this darker green is a 40 to 60% chance of rain. Spokane, most of Spokane is in this lighter green with a 20 to 40% chance. However, those odds go up as the evening progresses. So the earlier you can get your little ones out, the better. And we are going to see that rain continue overnight Friday into Saturday, then dry out for a nice second half of the weekend. A slight chance of rain on Monday. After a couple days in the 40s, it'll feel good to be back in the 50s through the rest of the 7-day forecast, Eric.
All right, Chris, thank you. Around the nation now, the man accused of killing political conservative activist Charlie Kirk was back in court today.
Yeah, the hearing was to see if Tyler Robinson would be allowed to wear civilian clothing during his upcoming legal proceedings. ABC's Melissa Adon has the latest.
The first time we saw the suspect accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, he was wearing a suicide preventative vest during his arraignment.
We're here on the Tyler James Robinson motion to appear in civilian clothing.
Today, the judge in the case deciding Tyler Robinson will be allowed to wear civilian clothes and not a prisoner uniform. But the judge ruling Robinson will still have to wear restraints and shackles during future court appearances.
The court finds that Mr. Robinson's right to the presumption of innocence outweighs the minimal inconvenience of permitting civilian attire.
Robinson appearing virtually for today's hearing in Provo, Utah, but his camera was turned off. Attorneys for Robinson had argued letting him wear street clothes was necessary to maintain the presumption of innocence before any potential jury of his peers.
Mr. Robinson sits before this court presumed innocent, and that presumption remains unless and until each element of every offense charged against him is proved beyond a reasonable doubt.
Prosecutors in the Utah County Sheriff's Office had argued Robinson should be restrained or even appear remotely for safety reasons. Robinson is charged with aggravated murder, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. The 22-year-old is also charged with felony discharge of a firearm, causing serious bodily injury, obstruction of justice, 2 counts of witness tampering, and commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child, according to Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. Gray last month announced the charges, calling Kirk's death an American tragedy.
I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently.
Robinson's next court date is now set for January. The judge says Robinson will appear in person at this next court date. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, your holiday feast may cost more this year. We'll show you which foods are driving up the grocery bill. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning. You probably have a few things lying around collecting dust, right? Why not donate them to UGM thrift stores? Your donation isn't just stuff. It's hope for those facing homelessness and addiction. Some items go straight to our shelters to meet pressing needs. Others are carefully prepped, priced, and placed in our stores, awaiting a new, loving home. And every dollar provides meals, safe shelter, and other life-changing services. Whether you donate or shop at UGM thrift stores, you're making a difference right here in the Inland Northwest.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Fall savings are here at Sandpoint Furniture. Cozy up as the nights get colder with a wide selection of furniture and everything to bring warmth and comfort to your home. Don't settle for ordinary. Sandpoint Furniture. We're unique, we're different, and we're worth the drive.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Sweet Palace.
Well, Halloween maybe in just a few days, but you may want to start budgeting for your Thanksgiving meal now.
Yeah, our Hunter Bertram explains why you'll most likely pay more for holiday staples.
The cost of food continues to rise. A key inflation report shows September grocery prices are up 2.7% from a year ago.
Nobody wins. We don't win. The customer doesn't win. The supplier doesn't win.
Stu Leonard Jr. is the CEO of Stu Leonard's grocery chain. He says tariffs have caused the prices of some items like shrimp to go up, forcing them to buy elsewhere.
We've had to stop buying shrimp from Brazil. We went down to Ecuador, even Vietnam and Thailand.
It's not just seafood prices going up. Taking a deeper look at this latest inflation report, food prices for many popular ingredients in holiday dishes are up, meaning your Thanksgiving meal will likely cost more this year. Potatoes, meats, fresh vegetables, bakery products, and alcohol prices are all up from a year ago.
It certainly adds up.
Bankrate financial analyst Stephen Cates says there are a variety of factors impacting prices.
Tariffs can have an impact, but crops can have an impact. Quality, quantity, sourcing, all of that can impact what that is.
The biggest sticker shock this season is turkey. The annual wholesale price for a frozen turkey is $1.32 per pound. That's roughly 40% higher than last year, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. There is some good news. Eggs and butter have both dropped in price in the last year. Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, it's something every woman goes through, but one that's rarely talked about.
Why experts say it's time to break the silence on menopause and the growing movement helping women get the support they deserve. And after the break, Mia Green is back with a look at sports as the Cougs, fresh off win number 4, look to keep it rolling as they visit Oregon State in Corvallis. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, we traced the smell and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
No fair, dude. My Wi-Fi's cooked.
Eat it.
Do as I feel. Yeah, mostly what's
You have bewitched me, audience. I love you.
The smartest Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that.
It's here, the Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Save thousands with factory discounts and clearance pricing. New travel trailers from $15,990. Fifth wheels from $39,990. Motorhomes from $89,990. Shop the Northwest's largest pre-owned RV inventory. Prepped and ready to go. Free parking, free admission, free food Friday and Saturday. The Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake or online at rnrrv.com.
Year-round grilling experts, like my buddy Scott here, choose RecTech grills.
That's right. RecTech is the hottest pellet grill on the market, not only in sales, but in temperature. We have grills that range from 200 degrees all the way up to 1,250 degrees that you can only get at Ziggy's because we are an exclusive authorized dealer.
What about the seasonings?
We have a wide variety of seasonings, sauces, tools and accessories, as well as pellets.
Regardless of what you're cooking, they've got a grill for you. RecTech, they're the best.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, we traced the smell, and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
Well, it has been a busy night on the local sports scene. Gonzaga closed out their exhibition game with a win, 111-53, double the points. The Cougs and the Eagles preparing for big weekends. The Vandals gearing up for a Halloween showdown. And our Game of the Week voting. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's jump right into it with some Cougs. The Cougs had a dominating win on Saturday, but they have their eyes on the stretch run as they're now 4-4 on the season. Bowl hopes are in reach with only 2 wins to reach that eligibility. They look to keep their late season push still alive. The Cougs rolling on both sides of the ball in that game against Toledo. Despite the rainy weather, head coach Jimmy Rogers spoke about taking the remainder of the season week by week, one game at a time.
So we got to hit the ground running. I'm more worried about closing out this season one game at a time with the best team that we can possibly be one week after another and take jumps to become better and better and better. And hopefully we're hitting in all strides, getting into a bowl at the end of the season and play our best football at the very end.
And after that thriller of a game this past Saturday, the Cougs will be back in action this weekend on the road facing rival Oregon State. Kickoff at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, November 1st. And EWU coming off a gritty win over Weber State, and that game really showed what the team could do on both sides of the ball. They found rhythm offensively and then had a key interception right here late in the game to seal it on the road. Turning the page to this week's game, the Sacramento State Hornets come to town, and they have grabbed quite a bit of national attention this season. The Eagles look to make a statement on the Inferno with kickoff set for 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 1st. And some Big Sky recognition for the Eagles after that win. Landon Ogles received Special Teams Co-Player of the Week honor for his second time this season. And the Vandals coming off a dominant 45-6 victory over Portland State, riding on a high note before hitting the road for a Halloween showdown versus the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. The offense clicking, defense held Vikings to 6 points. The focus turns to Flagstaff as the Vandals look to carry that momentum for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff on Halloween. And we have our Game of the Week voting open now for you, but there's a fun change this week. We're actually doing a Thursday night Sports Extra, which means voting will close on Wednesday. Your matchup choices for this week are Cheney at Mount Spokane, West Valley at East Valley, or Colville at Lakeside. Make sure you head to KXLY.com to cast your vote. And Monday Night Football just wrapped up. It's been a huge week in sports. How are you guys feeling right now?
Yeah, Chiefs with another big win. People thought they were dead when they started 0-2.
I'm just excited about Spooky Sports Extra is what I heard it's being called.
Me too. Spooky Sports Extra is what that is what it's called.
There's going to be some good graphics for that, Chris.
That does sound fun. And as I mentioned, the Halloween forecast looking a little spooky. But here's our high temperatures today, and it was cool. 47 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Moscow, and Pullman. Also at 47. We got to 42 in St. Mary's. You'll notice 50s as we head into the Columbia Basin, up into the Waterville Plateau and Okanagan Valley. A little bit drier, a little bit more clearing, and that made all the difference. Meanwhile, that 47, we did that same temperature yesterday with a little more rain, and not the coolest of the month. You have to go back to the 12th and 13th for back-to-back 46s. Our high temperatures tomorrow will be back up around average in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 52 degrees. Still in the 40s in Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry, and Colville, right around the Spokane Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, mostly in the 50s. Spirit Lake, the exception, at 48 degrees. The season is marching on. Hour by hour, your Tuesday forecast will be partly to mostly cloudy throughout the day. Winds generally less than 10 miles per hour, and we'll hit that high of 52 right as the clouds really start moving in, with some rain on the way for Tuesday overnight into Wednesday. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Kirsten.
Okay, see you soon, Chris. Oh, many of us are online shopping weekly, clicking to purchase everything from clothing to groceries. Financial crimes experts, though, warn that convenient shopping can expose you to cyber fraudsters who target people during stressful or vulnerable moments. Experts say there are a few things you can do now to make sure you are protected.
You want to not save your card information. I know it takes extra time to type it in every time you need to purchase something, but that can be a real avenue for the fraudsters to use that over and over again.
For more tips to make sure you don't get scammed this holiday season, head to KXLY.com. Well, October is Menopause Awareness Month, and what was once a taboo topic is finally being talked about.
And doctors say women should speak up about their symptoms and know that treatments are available. ABC's Christiane Cordero explains.
Many of us learned about health in school, but one topic often left out, menopause. Experts say it's time to start talking because for decades, this stage of life has been overlooked, leaving many women without the support they need.
Women's health has long been underfunded and underserved, and menopause is one of the ultimate areas where there's really been no support.
At Maven Clinic, Kate Ryder says their menopause program is the fastest growing program they have ever offered.
Today, about a quarter of our members are menopause members.
Talking about menopause and perimenopause has historically been taboo, but that's changing.
With so many celebrities in American culture being really open about their menopause experiences, menopause stories are all over TikTok and Instagram. You see menopause ads on TV. It's kind of opened up the floodgates to allow women to genuinely express what their symptoms are.
Whether women talk about it or not, they don't have to suffer in silence.
Nobody has to suffer through symptoms. It's not a rite of passage.
OBGYN Dr. Kathleen Green hears it all the time from her patients.
Is this normal? Am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? And I always reassure them that they're not going crazy and they're not losing their mind.
While these feelings are normal, there are real physical and emotional changes women may experience during perimenopause and menopause. Common symptoms include weight changes, trouble sleeping, irregular periods, joint pain, mood swings, heart palpitations, anxiety, and depression. Dr. Green warns against relying on social media for answers.
It's hard to wade through what's true and what's really not true. One of the most reliable ways is to talk to your in-person provider or OBGYN. I encourage all women to write down all of the symptoms that they're having before they get to their appointment, how long they've been going on, what you've tried, what's worked, and what hasn't worked.
Ask your provider which treatments you're a candidate for. Options may include hormone replacement therapy, prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, and lifestyle changes. Christiane Cordero, ABC News.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Hi, my name is Megan and I'm the Education Coordinator for Wastewater and Stormwater. Today we're going to be talking about dog poop. You might be thinking it's like fertilizer, but it's not. It's actually bad for our waterways and can contain bacteria like E. coli, and that's obviously a health hazard. So pick up after your pet to keep us all healthy and safe. To learn more about stormwater tips and city projects that are protecting our river, go to SpokaneStormwater.org.
There's a reason the F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Features, power, and price make the F-150 a no-brainer. And for 2025, you now have over 13,000 pounds of towing capacity and even hands-free driving available. Our team at Wendell Ford is proud of this truck. It's one of the reasons we've been around for over 80 years. When buying your new truck, think Wendell Ford. Drive for generations.
I was 44, working part-time.
It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle, and that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
Well, Jamaica is bracing to be hit by Hurricane Melissa, which is now a Category 5 hurricane.
Yeah, this hurricane is expected to make landfall tomorrow morning, then projected to head toward eastern Cuba. ABC's Melissa Adon has more.
Category 5 Hurricane Melissa barreling down on the Caribbean island of Jamaica. The storm with winds 175 miles an hour. Video from U.S. Air Force hurricane hunters tracking Melissa, showing the eye wall, hurricane force winds extending 30 miles from the center. One of the flights into the storm had to turn back after hitting severe turbulence. On Jamaica, heavy equipment working to clear drainage ditches as some areas could get up to 40 inches of rain. The Jamaican government issuing mandatory evacuation orders throughout the island.
It is a directive to save your life, to remove yourself from communities that are extremely vulnerable, the low-lying, flood-prone areas, and to get you to a shelter.
Airports shutting down, leaving some tourists stranded. ABC's Ike Ajachi is in Kingston.
Whew, the Caribbean feels like bathwater right now, which is giving Hurricane Melissa so much more strength, producing up to 13 feet of storm surge in some parts.
Melissa has already killed at least 6 people across the Caribbean and caused destruction in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, where officials say nearly 4,000 people are displaced. The U.S. Navy evacuating 1,000 non-essential personnel, family members, and pets out of Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. On Jamaica, locals say they're taking the storm seriously.
She's a monster coming. So we have to ensure that we protect life. And while we will be able to build back homes, we will not be able to get back lives.
After crossing through Jamaica, the hurricane expected to weaken, then head towards eastern Cuba and the Bahamas. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
4 things to know about our weather. It is going to be cold tonight. Most locations getting down into the 20s. We stay dry until late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Rain looks possible for trick-or-treat. We do fall back this weekend. Daylight saving time ends. Set your clocks back an hour.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
I know that your life is unmanageable right now. I also realize that you feel like there's no way out and that you're letting down your family and your friends and your loved ones. But it doesn't have to be like that. There is an organization out there that can help you, but you have to be humble and you have to ask for help. And this organization will help lift you up. I promise you, you have value. Just be brave enough to take that first step.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Last year, I found my daughter playing with a piece of foil, and my world stopped. The panic hit me. Fentanyl, her future, everything flashing before my eyes. Now, she's scared to touch anything on the ground. That is unacceptable. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and she is the reason why I'm running for City Council. I support Prop 1, and my opponent does not. I work to make Spokane more affordable for families and seniors and reduce homelessness with compassion and accountability. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and I ask for your vote.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Okay, I've been listening to Chris's Halloween forecast very carefully, and while I will be preparing for the rain, it's still a ways out.
So things
Yes, things could change. I think you should let your dear children, who I love very much, know that Matt Gray is in charge of the Halloween forecast.
Don't blame Chris.
And that, I decided to delegate that to him. No, just kidding.
Smart.
It is going to be a little bit warmer for Halloween, though. Warmer than today, 47 degrees. And we started the day off at 33, both temperatures below average. Just want to draw your attention to the sunrise and sunset times. Early risers will be happy that 7:27 sunrise time is going to be falling back an hour. You'll have some more sunshine in the morning. Us night owls not too crazy about the idea of falling back this weekend. Here's our high temperature trend over the next 7 days. The white line is average. After a couple days in the 40s, we're going to be right about average in the 50s through Friday. A little bit above average on Saturday, and then the trend is toward cooler, but we're still above average just about every day this week. In the 8 to 14 day forecast, this is November 4th through November 10th. November is coming. The entire western United States and beyond into the Great Lakes, calling for above average temperatures. We're also looking at above average precipitation, and this really is keeping in line with this active weather pattern that is underway heading into this La Niña winter. We're kicking things off early with one system after another, and we've got 2 more on the way for this week. Precipitation today, nothing measured at the airport. There was some light rain at the airport. However, it never did amount to 1/100th of an inch. But we are gaining on our year-to-date average, 11.8. We've had over 9.5 or almost 9.5 inches of rain, adding to that precipitation quite a bit this month. Our monthly precipitation well above average, and there's more to come by the end of the month. Wednesday, a 40% chance of rain. A little bit misleading. 8 o'clock on, we're most likely staying dry. 8 o'clock in the morning on, that precipitation is going to be happening in the early morning hours, and then most of the day dry and staying dry through a nice Thursday. Then on Friday, the precipitation comes in late in the day. Currently, models going back and forth between that rain starting in earnest right after trick-or-treat or starting right about the time of trick-or-treat. We'll be dialing in on that forecast very closely as we get closer to time. And then Saturday, some lingering rain from that system that comes in on Friday night. Your planning forecast then tomorrow, dry conditions. It's not going to be an especially bright and sunny day. We'll be at 28 degrees to start, up to 52 for a high. That rain comes in late Tuesday into Wednesday, a high of 53 on Wednesday. Partly cloudy skies on Thursday with a high of 51. And there's that chance of showers on Halloween lingering into Saturday. By the way, October, it ends on Friday, and so does our Coats for Kids campaign. But we are still taking donations at any Fred's Appliance, and I'll be at Fred's Appliance live on Thursday. Any Goodwill, STCU, or Papa Murphy's around the region. Drop off a new or gently used warm winter coat. Alsco is getting them cleaned, and we've already started distributing them to area community centers, Derek.
Yeah, but not too late. All right, get them in. Well, the House of Mouse is still the big cheese when it comes to theme parks. Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom remains the most visited theme park in the world. That's according to an annual index. It found nearly 18 million people visited the park in Orlando, Florida last year. Disneyland Park in California came in a close second with more than 17 million visitors in 2024. It was followed by Universal Studios Japan, Tokyo Disneyland, and Shanghai Disneyland. Those top 5 are the same as the previous year. The top 15 in 2024 were all either Disney or Universal parks, except for one. Disney and Universal also had the top 9 most visited theme parks in North America last year. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Listen up. Everything we've worked for has led to this moment. Training is over. It's time to be efficient, like the Kubota Grand L Series. It is time to grind, like the Kubota LX Series, which is packed with extras. It's time to be tough, like the rugged BX Series. So let's get out there and plow, fight, and win.
Do you have old or unused medication? Keep your loved ones safe by disposing of your unneeded medications at a drop-off location. It's a simple way to make your home safer and to help prevent misuse or accidental poisoning. Find a secure take-back kiosk near you at medtakebackwashington.org.
He didn't just bring the ring. He brought the truck. More than the truck, she saw the road ahead. A lifetime of adventure with him, by her side, the Ram leading the way. Love for a lifetime. She said yes.
I do.
To all of it. Lithia Spokane Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Let's go.
Fall savings are here at Sandpoint Furniture. Cozy up as the nights get colder with a wide selection of furniture and everything to bring warmth and comfort to your home. Don't settle for ordinary. Sandpoint Furniture. We're unique, we're different, and we're worth the drive.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Here's another look at your planning forecast. We're dry tomorrow, but the clouds will be increasing for some rain overnight Tuesday and into early Wednesday morning. Check back on that Halloween forecast, but think about waterproofing just in case.
It'll be a good idea, for sure.
Ponchos, they're always helpful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.